Welcome back to our channel, where we provide updates and undisclosed narratives on Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. We provide you with the following news. Catherine and Charlotte steal the eyes in most beautiful matching outfits. Fans go crazy. Mother and daughter appeared at the Trooping the Color ceremony today. They are attired in coordinated ensembles, which compels me, a fashion blogger who has chronicled Princess Catherine for 14 years, to express my admiration. A decade of synchronized fashion, gentle gestures, and instantaneous fan admiration transformed each color block spin by Princess Catherine and Princess Charlotte into a viral tribute. Let me bring you the most beautiful moment between Princess Catherine and Princess Charlotte during the time. Let's begin. 2025 Aqua Heart to Heart on the balcony. Two aspects were instantly evident when Catherine reappeared for Trooping the Color on 14 June. She had selected a vibrant aqua Catherine Walker coat dress to signify her return to full royal duty, and she intended to share the limelight with her 10-year-old companion. Charlotte's lighter blue crepe dress, secured with a large bow at the back, achieved impeccable tonal concordance with her mother's ensemble, culminating in a little diamond horseshoe brooch that mirrored Catherine's Irish Guards pin. Observers recorded the instance when Charlotte timidly pulled at a braid. Catherine leaned down, shared a jest, and both had matching dimples. In minutes, the footage proliferated on TikTok with the description "they even laugh and Pantone matched teal." Louis tried an unplanned Charleston behind the balcony rail. Charlotte pushed him back into position, and onlookers dubbed her the diminutive chief whip of House Wales. 2024 3 Festive Reprises. The year did not hinder mother-daughter twinning, even as Catherine engaged in fewer activities while juggling recuperation from abdominal surgery and her responsibilities as president of BAFTA. On Christmas Day at Sandringham, they emerged through a haze of subdued winter sunlight. Catherine, resplendent in emerald wool and a tartan scarf, and Charlotte, a mirrored reflection in navy and green plaid. A well-wisher praised Charlotte's coat. She flushed, hurried back to her mother, and got a tender shoulder squeeze. The picture illuminated royal Twitter feeds. Cease scrolling genuine Dickensian postcard? 19 days before, Westminster Abbey had radiated ruby red during the Together at Christmas Carol service. Catherine repurposed her scarlet Alexander McQueen coat, this time adorned with a black velvet bow at the neck, while Charlotte coordinated in a burgundy trotters ensemble. While singing "Hark, the Herald Angels Sing," Charlotte glanced to her mother for the alto harmony. Catherine silently articulated the lyrics in perfect synchrony, assisting her daughter over the challenging jump on "Peace on Earth." Abbey microphones captured the hushed tones of two intertwined voices, an Easter surprise for admirers, who subsequently repeated the live broadcast, labeling it "Duet of the Season." 6 months before, Trooping the Color presented a whimsical interpretation of My Fair Lady. Catherine's navy and white ribbon-trimmed coat dress was complemented by Charlotte's sailor-style navy frock with white piping. As cannon smoke shocked Louis, Charlotte touched his sleeve, while Catherine, a half-step behind, offered an approving nod. Commentators designated Charlotte as the chief kid wrangler, commending the 8-year-old's poise evidence. They said that excellent manners may be inherited. 2023 Ivory Capes and Cornflower Blues. The event that epitomized the sartorial choreography of the Wales ladies occurred on 6 May, Coronation Day. Mother and daughter traversed the nave of Westminster Abbey in bespoke Alexander McQueen ivory crepe, each cape meticulously hand-embroidered with the Rose of England, the Thistle of Scotland, the Shamrock of Ireland, and the Leek of Wales. Cameras saw Charlotte extending her hand towards Louis at the moment Catherine grasped her shoulder, an unspoken performance under the chandeliers. As the picture reverberated over worldwide live feeds, one ex-user remarked, "That squeeze represents the monarchy's heartbeat." A month before, Easter Matins at Windsor presented more nuanced harmonies. The quartet from Wales exhibited a range of blues, with Catherine representing the deepest hue in a cornflower Catherine Walker coat dress. Outside St. George's Chapel, a gust attempted to snatch Charlotte's order of service. Catherine elevated her program as a shield, and Charlotte, always her mother's protege, adjusted the lapel of Catherine's coat in response. Royal Style blogger at Jabroyal Style characterized the two as a mutual protection society, a phrase that continues to trend whenever the family dons colors of blue. 2022 Burgundy for Carol, Midnight for Memories. The first together at Christmas Carol service featured Catherine in a burgundy McQueen coat, while Charlotte wore a similar little version. When hymn sheets were too large for little hands, Catherine skillfully folded hers in half for sharing a minor demonstration of maternal dexterity that garnered 1.2 million views on TikTok overnight. A somewhat more somber occasion occurred with the service of Thanksgiving for Prince Philip in March. Both royals donned dark blue attire, Catherine in a Catherine Walker coat dress and wide-brimmed hat, and Charlotte in a coat with a Peter Pan collar. At the grand western entrance, Charlotte paused before the array of flashbulbs. Catherine intertwined her gloved fingers with her daughter's and said, "You are fine, dear." Lip readers provided the dialogue, although it was the maternal intonation that endeared YouTube users who labeled the footage human-size parenting in a cathedral moment. 2020 Pandemic Isolation and Balcony Ovations. On 23 April, the family participated in the national applause for NHS personnel from the steps of Amber Hall during BBC's Big Night In. Catherine and Charlotte donned identical ditzy floral cotton gowns in NHS blue, set against the Norfolk sky. As the ovations subsided, Charlotte rested her head on her mother's shoulder. Catherine lowered down to kiss the top of her head. The freeze frame dominated the next day's front pages with the title Hope personified. Subsequently, it was issued as a postage stamp in many charitable initiatives and continues to be disseminated every year on April 23 as a symbol of the remarkable blessings of 2020. 2019 Arboreal Tints and Initial Courtesies. The Christmas Day stroll to St. Mary Magdalene Church exemplified forest green minimalism. Catherine donned a wool Catherine Walker coat and a felt headband, both in an exact shade matching Charlotte's double-breasted coat. Minutes before the service, Queen Elizabeth expired. Catherine executed a flawless curtsy, while Charlotte attempted her first proper curtsy, faltered, and regained her balance by grasping her mother's sleeve. Footage captured by spectators gained widespread attention with the caption, "Mum is the training wheels." Etiquette specialists analyzed it meticulously, commending both the endeavor and the recovery. 2018 Roseate Tears and Veranda Embraces. Trooping the Color on June 9, an idealized portrayal of parenting was presented. Catherine's pleated Alexander McQueen dress in ballerina pink was complemented by Charlotte's puff-sleeve smock dress. As the flyover roared above, Charlotte fell backward and wept uncontrollably. Catherine effortlessly lifted her onto her hip, murmured words of comfort, and the tension dissipated. Town and Country referred to it as balcony ballet, while Teen Vogue designated Catherine as Queen of the Mum Reflex. Memes juxtaposing the princess's response time with that of Olympic sprinters garnered over 200,000 likes. 5 weeks later, on May 19, at the Sussex wedding, photographers noted that Catherine's primrose yellow McQueen and Charlotte's flower girl whites were not precisely coordinated. However, they appreciated the combination of soft neutrals. Charlotte, leading a group of bridesmaids, stopped near her mother briefly to exchange a smile that highlighted Catherine's astute selection of a color soft enough to accentuate the children. 2017 Sky Blue Touchdown. On 17 July, during the Wales family's Polish-German visit, a postcard was printed in Warsaw featuring Catherine descending the jet steps in a custom sky blue Catherine Walker ensemble, while Charlotte complimented her with a Liberty print dress and bow. Midway down the stairs, Charlotte relinquished her hold on the railing, teetering towards the pavement before Catherine's arm extended in a skillful interception. Polish television continuously aired the Save and Wave loop throughout the evening, accompanied by the slogan Esodki Duksyni Sweet Girls, while British tabloids expressed astonishment at Catherine's airport reflex. A month before, Trooping the Color had transformed horse guards into a rose-pink hue. Catherine's soft rose McQueen inspired imitation Instagram loops. Charlotte's little smock dress provided an ideal miniature for the feed. 2016 Posies in Canada, Plum in Berkshire. Charlotte's first international tour was one of the most visually striking moments from the Wales wardrobe. Victoria, British Columbia, 26 September, among a carpet of early autumn maple leaves. Catherine, adorned in royal blue Jenny Packham, stooped to assist her child in inhaling a bouquet almost at eye level. The CBC segment entitled Stop Everything, the The princesses smell the roses overshadowed local election coverage for a duration of 24 hours. On Christmas Day, 25 December, at Inglefield, Catherine's home church, the couple exchanged Canada's blue for English plum. Catherine donned a plum wool coat over a berry scarf, while Charlotte echoed the color scheme with a claret cardigan visible under her coat. Paparazzi captured Catherine adjusting Charlotte's mittens during a hailstorm, underscoring the year's unofficial theme, winter attire as an educational instrument. 2015 Ivory Origins. Merely 8 weeks after Charlotte's birth, on 5 July, St. Mary Magdalene Church in Sandringham revealed the first mother and daughter match. Catherine, adorned in a streamlined ivory McQueen coat dress, maneuvered an antique pram containing Charlotte, who was dressed in a replica Honiton lace christening gown. Catherine steadied George's hand, straightened the infant's hat ribbon, and maneuvered the pram across gravel. Photographers murmured she was operating a vintage Bentley with one hand while parking a Tesla with the other. The tiered ivory tableau rapidly ascended to the pinnacle of Pinterest's christening boards, solidifying Catherine's status as both a style authority and a multitasking prodigy. Reasons for the captivation of coordination. A decade of color calibration transcends mere fabric. Catherine's dress has always had diplomatic significance: her maple leaf reds in Canada, her shamrock pins on Irish Guard parade grounds. Yet her coordinated appearances with Charlotte provide an element that is both affectionate and tactical. Every coordinated excursion conveys continuity, the throne's future materialized in a diminished silhouette. Each borrowed brooch, mirrored pleat, or dual-tone bow reassures observers that the monarchy comprehends that legacy is transmitted interpersonally, hand-to-hand. The affectionate actions interwoven throughout those ensembles, supporting a first curtsy, folding a hymn page for little fingers, protecting a program from the wind, unfold in real time on social media, transforming convention into accessible parenting. Fans do not only commend the garments, they exalt the behavior encoded inside them. The hashtag #MiniCatherine trends not because Charlotte is a mannequin, but because she reflects her mother's composure, indicating that the subsequent generation of the institution is assimilating not just tiara traditions, but also sensitivity. In 2020, when pandemic anxiety had reduced public life to digital representations, a blue floral clap became a symbol of national resilience. In 2023, when centuries-old regalia burdened new bearers, a child-sized ivory cape served as a reminder that magnificence must live with stewardship. In 2025, when Catherine resumed her duties after a significant health crisis, the intimate exchange and shared laughter in teal highlighted a perennial truth. Although monarchy is founded on ritual, its essence lies in the closeness of mother and daughter, characterized by shared pleats, braids, and whispered jokes. Thank you for seeing the video. Kindly share your opinions, and farewell for now.